Hello, everybody. Welcome to Embracing Aging. Last week, I talked a little bit about making amends and when we've had arguments with people, and I said I would talk to you about a little technique you can use to that might help you resolve any kind of conflict that you're in or disagreement with somebody that you're close to and you care about. So it's an NLP technique, and it's called perceptual positions. And what you have to do is, it sounds a bit bizarre, but just, you know what, give it a go. Got nothing to lose. And it will help you to see things from the point of view of the person you're in conflict with, but also from the point of view of an independent observer. And maybe you'll get a little bit more clarity, which will help you to understand and hopefully resolve whatever issue you've got. So what you need to do is, first of all, get yourself in you need to have a chair for yourself and a chair for the other person who isn't going to be there. This is all done in your imagination or in your mind. And you need a chair for the other person because you will physically have to move to the other chair. The first position is your own position. And you look at that, just go into yourself, just sit in your chair and have a think about the argument or the situation. Look at how the other person reacted to you when you were having the dispute or the argument, or whatever caused the difficulty between you, or the conflict. Just really examine that closely and kind of get a feel of how you're feeling physically and emotionally. Just get really into that kind of feeling, and almost like you're reliving that situation again, that scenario. Okay. And the problem is with the first position that we aren't actually looking at things, how our actions and words are affecting the person we're in conflict with. So the next thing you have to do is kind of break your state, which just like shake your arms, get up and move about, and go and sit in the other chair, which is position 2. In this position, you want to get yourself into the other person. Just imagine that you're the other person, and replay the same scenario, but from the point of view of the other person, listening to what you're saying, looking at your body language, all of the little nuances, your body language, your tone of voice, everything. And you put yourself in that position of the other person and just really get into their thinking of how they're reacting to you. Just sort of see if your tone was perhaps a bit angry or a bit sharp or something like that, and just observe that and really feel that. And then I want you to get up, shake your hands about, move around a bit, and then stand between the 2 chairs and look at it. This time you're going to be an observer, and you're going to detach yourself from both of those kind of thought processes, the thought process of the person that you're in conflict with, yourself, and now you're going to be an independent observer, and you're going to look at the situation again, the whole argument. You're going to, or whatever it was, dispute, argument, whatever you want to call it, look at it dispassionately from the point of view of an independent observer. So you will see yourself and observe everything about what you're doing, the way your body language, your facial expressions, your tone of voice, the words you're using, and look at the other person in the second position. And again, do the same thing. Look at their tone of voice. Are they defensive? Are they attacking you? Or, have a look really at their body language, the same as yourself. Body language, tone of voice, the words you use, and just have a look at that as an independent observer. And then break your state, and then go back and just have a think about what you've learnt from being an independent observer, and do that. You can do that several times. Do it 2 or 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, as many times as it takes to understand where the conflict arose, and what you could have done or what they could have done. And you're not here to apportion blame or say, yeah, you should have done this, or this is what you did wrong. You're there to examine what you could have done differently, and how you reacted, how you came across to them, put yourself in their position. And when you do that, perhaps you can see that perhaps you need to, you can find a way around, you can find a point of, a meeting point where you can perhaps find a way of opening a discussion with them, talking to them and apologising for, maybe they misunderstood what you were trying to say. Maybe you were under stress. I've had a really shitty day today, actually. I've been on the phone for 5 hours trying to sort out, I've got a problem with my mobile phone, and it's been really rubbish. And because I've had a day like that, sort of, you put it, like I talked about mood hoovers, and you get into that kind of bit stroppy mindset. I just kept sitting there thinking, how long is this going to take? And my problem still hasn't been resolved either, which is really winding me up, actually. And it brings me on to another subject, which is stress, which I'm going to talk about more. I know I've said that in the past, but I am going to talk about ways of managing stress. But yeah, today, if you are in if you're having a quarrel with somebody, and especially it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, if it's somebody you love or you care about, just have a go at this and see if you can maybe meet each other halfway. You obviously, you're going to be, if you're doing this process, and you can find out what maybe you did to contribute to the situation. You've got a way of, handing an olive branch to them. You can say to them, you know what, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it the way it came across, or it may have come across to you that so and so. But don't blame anybody. Don't point fingers. Just say you're sorry for your part in it, and see what they say, and just see if you can't get some kind of resolution. So that's what I've got for you today. I hope it helps. Yeah, please leave comments below. As always, I love to get your comments. And please share, subscribe, tell people about this. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to be talking about love because it's Valentine's Day. So yeah, I think we're going to have a, although I'm not big on Valentine's Day, actually. I'm not particularly romantic. Not kind of the flowers and the chocolates and, grand gestures. You know what I like? I like, someone shows their care by the way they behave towards you. And that doesn't mean buying lavish gifts or anything. It's how they behave on a daily basis, to me anyway. So I'm not big on the romantic gestures, but I would like to talk a little bit about love. And I don't mean just love in the romantic sense either. I mean love in the wider, the wider definition, I guess. How we love for each other, our fellow human beings. So yeah, tomorrow it's going to be a love day, and then later in the week I'm probably going to talk a bit more about stress, unless there's anything else that you put in the comments that kind of gets us on another track. So yeah, look forward to you joining me again tomorrow. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.